This is Ryan Elliott for Boxing Social in association with Betfred. We're in Los Angeles for the Ksi-Logan Paul 2 press conference. With me, Willne, otherwise known as Willne. How you doing, mate? When you get in Los Angeles, how you feeling?
Doing good, I'm doing good. We got here last night. The nerves are high. Everything I watch to do with this stresses me out. I'm not even like totally hugely involved with it. It's just, it stresses me to watch. The thought of just, oh yeah, we'll train for months and everything, and just one of them could get clarted. Like, oh, it's gonna happen.
I just wanted to ask you more about the YouTube side of things rather than the boxing side of things. I appreciate that's probably more so why you're here, more your area of expertise. Just want to know what you made of all this growth. You'll know JJ has been a pioneer for your scene for some years, even since you and I were just little lads. He was first getting started. That said, now we're here. He's headlining the Staples Center behind us, Sky Sports pay-per-view. What is it about him that's made him a pioneer in your world?
I think he just always takes risks. I think to stay fresh with this, you've got to try something new, and that involves going out of your comfort zone. But on the YouTube side of things, I've got to say, credit to how they've run it here. I mean, they got Eddie Hearn involved. It's like you think, oh, Sky Sports, they might just cripple the whole YouTube style of it. But they've kept all the narrative going. They've got, they've got Joe working on it, Ethan. I mean, Ali's always about. Credit to them. They've not just taken what everyone had kind of built and crushed it and just made it too corporate. It's still going. So to be honest, it's really good to see.
Now, there was a lot of concern from the YouTube community when this was taken on by DAZN and Eddie Hearn as to what you just said, that they would cripple the thing you guys had sort of built. They've been trying to sort of bridge the market, so to speak, make this a boxing event. We've got boxers on here, but also get the YouTubers involved. Do you think having guys like Ethan, having guys like Joe Weller and Gib around on punditry this week is going to help sort of merge those markets and make this sort of as big and successful as it can be?
For sure, I think it's because you're going to have this big run of professional fights that maybe don't have it won't attract that YouTube audience. But if you've got those professional fights and you've got Joe Weller on the mic next to it, they're going to stick around longer, they're going to interact with it more, and they're probably more likely to get converted to, actual boxing fans. So a credit to them, I think they've played a blinder.
What do you make of what you've seen from Ethan and Joe? I'm sure you've seen snippets of them doing punditry and bits like that. It seems to have gone down quite well in the boxing world as well as in your world, so to speak. What have you made of that?
Hey, we're not bad at slot, man. We can do a job. We're not totally useless. Well, some of them, no, I saw them. They're smashing it there. They're doing really well. It's good to see.
Elsewhere, as you mentioned, Ali, Gib is always around and about now when we see these things, making a lot of noise. We saw him at the London press conference causing absolute carnage up on the stage. A lot of the boxing world were like, what is going on? But he's boosted his profile even more. That sort of fight with Jake Paul's always lurking there. Do you think we can see that in the near future to sort of keep this thing going?
Oh, mate, that's the boy. He's just great to have around. But the thing is, if you take this back to 2017 and picture, and Nissan Gib, it's amazing. This has to happen. If this happens, it's kind of like, it proves that parallel universe theory, and somebody's like, oh, in a parallel universe, Newcastle will win the league. It's, and Nissan Gib will fight Jake Paul. It's a madness. I'm praying.
As you mentioned, you couldn't have predicted it. When this all started out and you had Gib and guys like Joe Weller and KSI and even the first Copper Box event that sold out, in your head, I know it was big at the time, but did you ever think that from that Copper Box event we could get to this, like 15,000 people at the Staples Center, pay-per-view on Sky, DAZN? It's just gone another level completely.
It's mental, but I'm not surprised. No, I mean the power, the people behind it just know what they're doing and know how to tell a story. And I feel like we've always been this YouTube world's been growing and growing. I think we've always known, I think you can do it. You look at like the Sidemen charity events, they'll pull in 30,000. I think when there's this good a narrative and people, with credit to them, JJ Logan, with the balls to put something this big on the line and make this big a story, I'm not surprised. It's not a shock.
I'm sure I can anticipate what you're going to say here, but when you see the numbers and you see all the camaraderie and all the people here, there's one little bit you just think of, even perhaps jokingly, calling out someone else in the scene and trying to get involved yourself.
No, I'm soft as shite, mate. I'm soft as shite, mate. I see this. I see them training, mate. It makes us nervous to watch.
Will, we're just about to get started. David Diamante's voice is booming away behind me, so I'll leave the final word to you. How do you see the fight going on Saturday night?
JJ, but on decision.
Will, a pleasure. Great to hear someone with a familiar accent out here. Thank you very much for speaking to Boxing Social. All the best, mate.